Hello and welcome to Brodual. This time we have Spectraverse, Magic of the Magna-Ge. This is a new quest mod revolving around the children of Magnus. Magnus was one of the original spirits and also the god of magic. He was said to have been the architect of Mundus, the mortal plane in the Elder Scrolls series of games. Many of the original creators of Mundus had to sacrifice themselves in order to create it. So Magnus decided to terminate the project and flee to the immortal realm so they could live forever. His departure tore a hole which then became Nirn's son. Other gods also fled with him and they're called the Magna-Ge. When they fled they tore smaller holes which became the stars. So the quest revolves heavily around the lore. However, we found that even if you're not really into it, then it's still a lot of fun to play through and see how the story pans out. To start the quest you just need to be at least level 3, and then soon after you'll be hunted down by a crazy Khajiit that tells you a tale. He tells you that Nirn is ending, and essentially shouts that the sky is falling, and that it's starting in the Sea of Ghosts. So he asks you to investigate.
Ghosts. Panic! Panic! Nirn is ending. Khajiit needs help, Dragonborn. Shards of the stars. Magic everywhere. Boom! Lash it all. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Khajiit thanks you.
When you get there you'll meet the Marker, a sentinel being of sorts that acts as a way for the Magna-Ge to communicate indirectly with mortal beings. It explains the disruption event that destabilized the Pantheon, a world where the Magna-Ge live. This is where your quest truly begins and you'll be sent on various missions to find out what's causing the disruption. As always with quest mods, we'll keep it as spoiler free as possible, but we'll let you know what you can generally expect. The mod comes with several hours of new content, including 6 new quests, 6 locations, fully voiced NPCs, and a whole bunch more. As you make your way through the quest you'll discover 2 Magna-Ge factions, which both have opposing views and causes. You'll learn what they are, and you'll have to decide for yourself which group is worth fighting for, and you'll ultimately get to decide the fate of Nirn. The new locations include dungeons, temples, and new realms full of puzzles, cutscenes, and plenty of enemies. The puzzles themselves are also unique, and it's not a simple rehash of Skyrim's basic puzzles like we see in some other mods. Everything is very magical based, so several objects and places are cursed, enchanted, or powered by a mysterious magic. During the quest you'll be able to get your hands on 42 all new destruction spells, that mostly revolve around the manipulation of matter with cosmic energy. These are also extremely unique, and come with custom graphics and sound effects. They're also spread across the different magical tiers, and you'll eventually get to learn master variants of the spells. In particular, we also really like how some of the spells work together, so if you combo them correctly you can do even more damage, which keeps magical combat interesting instead of spamming or holding down the same spell forever. Eventually, when you choose what side you want to fight for, you'll have to gain influence in order to be accepted. And this means you'll have to defeat certain types of new enemies, as well as complete mini-quests, which both act as a nice platform to practice your new magical abilities. And finally, the mod goes on to a major boss battle, with unique rewards in the form of extremely powerful spells. The rewards also depend on the side you choose during the conflict, so there's definitely an incentive for replayability with the quest. Overall, if you aren't into the lore, but are interested in learning more, then the mod does do a good job in explaining who these new NPCs are, which is explained through both dialogue and new books. However, if you aren't interested in the lore at all, then you might find certain parts of the story hard to follow, especially with the wide variety of names thrown out in the dialogue. The quests and locations are extremely well made, and the whole mod as a package is one of the most unique mods we've seen in a long time. Everything feels new and fresh, which is fantastic over 2 years on. So we definitely recommend you give this one a go. In terms of compatibility you shouldn't have too many issues. But as always with magic mods, you'll probably notice some balancing issues if you use the spells outside of the questline. You could always use a spell balancing mod which might solve that issue. So if you're interested in the mod then you can find a link down below. And as always be sure to leave endorsements on any mod you enjoy. And thanks for watching.
Not even light can escape me. What hope do you have?